Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take your source material, your articles, your research, your notes, and distill it into pure, actionable insight. Today, we are wrestling with a distinctly modern problem, one that keeps many prospective electric vehicle owners up at night. What happens when your EV runs completely flat? When the battery protection measures fail and you are truly irrevocably stranded?
It's the ultimate 21st century roadside anxiety, isn't it? And the fascinating material we've received, it really addresses this head on. We are diving into a deep analysis of a specific localized solution, a dedicated mobile emergency EV charging service operating in the greater Sacramento area. This isn't just, a side hustle. It's a fully engineered business model.
That's right. So our mission today is to uncover the precise logistics, the surprising economics, and the ultimate value proposition of this emerging model. We want to know exactly what it takes to rescue a dead EV without resorting to the conventional nightmare.
And that conventional nightmare is the central conflict of the service targets. The company's entire pitch is explicitly framed as an escape route from what they call the towing trap.
The towing trap. I like that.
They're fundamentally trying to change the narrative of what happens when you run out of juice.
That's a powerful term. It suggests that traditional roadside assistance isn't just inconvenient for an EV, but actively punitive. We'll definitely be breaking down those costs and time drains later. But let's start where any emergency service has to start: speed and availability. If I'm stranded, I don't care about the price yet. I just care how fast someone can get to me.
Right. And that anxiety is exactly what the service is built to relieve. The critical factor highlighted in the data is the response time guarantee. They commit to a 2:47 service with a 30 to 45-minute arrival window. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And the documented average, based on their material, actually clocks in a little faster, closer to 35 minutes.
35 minutes on average for a metro area? I mean, that sounds incredibly aggressive, especially when you think about the realities of traffic in the greater Sacramento region.
Yeah.
Are they overpromising? Or is their strategy just tighter than a general tow service?
Their strategy seems to be highly targeted, geographically constrained. And that's what allows them to hit those metrics. They dispatch from a central point in Folsom, which puts them in a strategic location to cover a very precise 30-mile service radius. They aren't trying to cover the entire state.
So they're focusing on the densest areas where most failures are probably going to happen? Can you give us the geographical footprint so we can visualize the scope?
Certainly. Their service map is tight. It covers the key population centers. Sacramento, of course, but also Granite Bay, Folsom itself, Roseville, Rockland.
All the big suburbs.
Right. Elk Grove, Citrus Heights, Carmichael, Fair Oaks, and Rancho Cordova. By staying focused on that corridor, they manage their response load and they can honor that guarantee.
That laser focus is a huge part of it.
For sure. It's key to their whole model.
Okay, so that geographical rigor is the foundation of their speed. But let's shift to the customer journey. If you're that stranded driver on the side of the road, how does the rescue actually unfold?
Well, it's designed to minimize, the back and forth and maximize confirmation. Step one is simply calling or texting their line with your location. No fumbling with an app.
Just a text. Simple.
Step two, and this is key, is an instant dispatch confirmation via SMS. You immediately get a text that says, "Help is on the way."
Oh, that's huge. That simple confirmation text must eliminate so much uncertainty. You know the message was received.
Exactly. The ball is rolling. And the modern convenience really kicks in at step three. You track the technician in real time with GPS right on your phone.
So no more, a truck should be there in about an hour.
None of that. You can see exactly where they are and when they'll pull up.
That certainty must be priceless in an emergency.
Agreed. Step four is the guaranteed arrival within that window. And then step five, the tech provides the charge on site and you're mobilized. You just drive away.
A rapid start-to-finish solution. It's designed to bypass the whole dealership or service center mess.
Completely bypass it.
Okay, that speed solves the immediate problem. But what are they actually using? When they arrive, what's happening?
Right. Well, they aren't carrying a full-size DC fast charger in the back of a van, and there's a really critical reason for that. This service provides emergency range recovery only.
Right.
Their goal is not to fill your battery. It's to give you enough charge to safely reach the nearest fixed charging station.
It's the lifeboat analogy.
Exactly. Just enough buoyancy to reach the shore.
So that brings up a crucial technical detail. Why level 2 AC charging, which is slower, over a rapid DC charger?
That technical choice is absolutely essential to their business model. Trying to run a true DC fast charger, which can pull 50 kilowatts or more from a mobile generator, would be, well, immensely complex.
And expensive.
Prohibitively expensive, and it would require a massive, noisy piece of equipment. By opting for professional-grade AC Level 2, they keep the mobile unit smaller, safer, and faster to deploy.
Okay, so if they're using L2, which is, what, between 3 and maybe 8 kilowatts, how much mileage are we actually talking about in that 15 or 30 minutes?
A good rule of thumb for L2 is about 3 to 5 miles of range for every 15 minutes of charging, depending on the car. So if you get their basic 15-minute quick rescue package, you're likely getting just enough power to get 3 to 5 crucial miles.
Enough to get off the highway.
Exactly. Get off the side of the road, reach a nearby charging hub. If you take the 30-minute standard rescue, you might be looking at, 6 to 10 miles. It's a surgical strike of electricity, not a marathon charge.
That makes perfect sense.
Maybe.
They're selling time and convenience, not kilowatts. But I have to inject a point of skepticism here. The sources say the power is generator-powered. Isn't this just trading one form of fossil fuel anxiety for another? Having a generator fire up to charge my zero-emission vehicle?
That's a really fair point and something that promotional materials don't really dig into, but we can infer the trade-off. In a crisis, the priority shifts from minimizing emissions to maximizing mobilization.
Getting you moving.
Right. Using a generator ensures they are completely independent of the grid. They can charge you anywhere, instantly. So while it might involve burning some gasoline for the rescue, the net effect is minimizing the 8-hour waste of time, Ubers, and rentals associated with towing, which has its own carbon footprint.
It's a tactical compromise. I get it.
It's an efficiency calculation in a crisis.
Okay. Now, what about brand inclusivity? There are so many connector types. Does this service only work for certain cars?
Not according to their material. They explicitly cater to all EV brands, from Tesla to Rivian. Their gear supports all the major connector types, J1772, CCS, even CHAdeMO for older models like the Leaf.
And for Tesla, which is the dominant brand in the U.S.
They ensure a specific Tesla adapter is included if needed. They've made the investment to be a one-stop shop for EV recovery.
That's essential for scaling.
For sure.
But we should remember the technical caveat they included. Charging isn't always a straight line.
Exactly. They note that the actual charging speed and range will vary based on the vehicle, the battery condition, especially if it's cold or totally dead, and the temperature. They can supply the power, but your car dictates how fast it accepts it.
Okay, let's move from the mechanics to the market strategy, the money. This is where they take direct aim at that towing trap. They offer flat, transparent, upfront pricing.
And that transparency is their primary weapon. When you call a tow truck, you have a base fee, but then you get hit with mileage, hookup fees, special equipment fees.
The surcharges just pile up.
They do. This service offers 3 clear packages based purely on charging time. No surprises.
Let's break down that menu. What's the entry point?
The entry point is the quick rescue. That gives you up to 15 minutes of level 2 charging for a flat $149.
Just enough to roll to the nearest station.
Exactly. Then you have the standard rescue, which they say is their most popular. Up to 30 minutes of charging for $249.
For a little more security.
A little more peace of mind or a longer distance to cover. And finally, the extended rescue is 45 minutes for $349 for truly challenging situations.
The add-ons are just as clear.
Yes. After hours, between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., that's an extra $50. If you're just outside their service area, it's a clear mileage fee of $3 to $5 per mile. That's it.
So this is where we really connect their cost to the nightmare they're trying to replace. What does a towing trap truly cost someone?
Well, if we look at the data they provide, the disparity is stark. A typical tow of an EV to a service location, and remember EVs need special flatbeds, is estimated to cost $200 to $400 for the tow itself.
And that's just the beginning.
That's just the hookup. Once the car is at the dealership, they charge another, say, $50 to $150 minimum just to plug it in and charge it for you.
So you're already looking at, what, $250 to $550?
And their total estimate for the full towing damage is closer to $300 to $600 when you factor in everything else.
The financial hit is bad enough, but the real pain, the thing that makes this mobile service so appealing, has to be the time sink.
Precisely. That is the true leverage point. Towing involves waiting 1 to 3 hours, maybe longer, just for the pickup. Then you spend 4 to 8 hours, an entire workday wasted.
An entire day.
Dealing with the dealer, organizing a rental, paying for Ubers, then having to find a way back the next day. It's a logistical nightmare.
So if I pay $249 for that standard rescue, which takes maybe an hour of my life from call to driving away, what's the bottom line on savings?
The claim saving is immense. The data suggests you save between $50 and $250 in direct costs, but more significantly, you save between 3 and 7 hours of your life.
3 to 7 hours.
And their whole premise is you don't have a tow truck problem, you just have a temporary battery problem, and that should be solved with electricity, not a flatbed.
That is the core takeaway. A specialized fix for a specialized failure. It shifts the entire paradigm.
And that specialization continues beyond just emergencies. They also offer a couple of non-emergency services.
Right, for home convenience.
Yes. They offer at-home charging. They'll bring a portable charger to your home or workplace for a scheduled appointment, so you don't need to commit to a costly L2 installation.
Charging as a service.
Exactly. And the other service is fleet support.
For businesses.
Right. They're thinking about scale. They offer volume pricing and priority response for companies running multiple EVs, like delivery services. For them, minimizing downtime is profit.
And to circle back to customer confidence, they back this all up with a really strong zero-risk guarantee.
This is huge. It's a substantial risk for them, but it dramatically boosts trust. They promise that 30 to 45-minute arrival is guaranteed, but crucially, they guarantee success. If the tech arrives and, for whatever reason, cannot get your EV charged and mobilized, meaning you can't drive away, you pay nothing.
$0.
$0.
That eliminates the biggest fear, right? Paying hundreds of dollars only to end up calling the tow truck anyway.
It forces them to be hyper-efficient. They are highly motivated to get you moving.
And they have the credibility to back it up. Licensed, insured.
Yes, and they actively promote their presence